Warning, there are profanity, topics, and other opinions that could offend you. Please watch and or listen at your own risk, and enjoy the show. Hey guys, what's up? It's RDiK, old school duelist, everyone call me. Oh my god, and here's the welcome to the Voidcast, Season 2, where no topic is still off the table. Before I go into the podcast, I just want to take a quick second and ask for a moment of silence, because the other day I found out that an old friend from high school that I was really good friends with, and we still kept in contact, passed away. So if you're listening to this, then we're just going to take a quick moment of silence for him. Alright, thank you guys. Now we're going to move on with the show. I actually have a last minute topic to talk about because the one I was preparing for, I was scheduling 2 guests, but not to sound mean, that they took forever to give me a yes to what they want to talk, or to saying okay to the podcast. So I didn't get the chance to schedule to record with them and everything. So, instead, we're going to talk about video games today, and surprisingly enough, this is going to be a random, weird format for the podcast. We're just going to talk about some gaming news and stuff like that. I found three things, and because of this, I'm not going to do a funny news story, just because everything just got discombobulated yesterday. Finding that news out, it put me in a really weird funk. Plus, also worked yesterday, helped a friend with a roof, so that was my day, and then something else happened. I'll talk about it on a later date, just because I'm still figuring it out, and it's not fucking fun. But anyways, back to the podcast. So today we're talking about 3 news stories that I think I can actually talk about because I know a lot about these topics, and I mean there was other stuff that I wanted to talk about, but I wasn't really knowledgeable on it, so I couldn't really talk about it. And we're just talking about gaming news. The first thing that we're going to talk about is Xbox Game Pass. Now, what is the Xbox Game Pass? Well, it is a membership thing that you can get. It's $10 a month, or you can spend $140 for an entire year, fuck, dude, and just stream games, or not stream, but get games that you would normally have to buy and just play them for free, kind of like a Netflix type of thing, only for video games. It's pretty cool. I mean, like, I looked at it a little bit, not a little bit, I heard other YouTubers talk about it just so I can get some more knowledge on it. Excuse me 1 second. It's my shoe. Just to get some more like knowledge and the professionals and stuff like that, because I'm not really a professional on gaming, but I mean I game a lot. I keep up with gaming news and everything like that. But it's just a list of games, and I don't think I'd ever. At this point, I was thinking about doing a trial, but I wanted to look at the game list first. It's 100 games, which actually was a huge shock to me. It's 100 games on it, but surprisingly, most of the games on here that I would want to play, I own. Which funny, I mean, there's a few. There's Soul Calibur and Soul Calibur 2 HD that were like 360 remakes. That I could play. There is Xbox One games too, like Sunset Overdrive, Strider. You got the Terraria. You got the Swapper, which actually I heard isn't a half bad game. You got WWE 2K16 on here as well. There's actually quite a few games on here that look really cool, but I just don't care enough to. I mean, you got Payday 2, which I thought was kind of cool. You got NBA 2K16. You got Mega Coin Squad, which I already own, which is a really fun arcade party game type of thing. You got the Mega Man Legacy Collection. That's. Oh yeah. I'm not naming all the games. Layers of Fear is on here as well. I'm not naming all the games just because there is, like I said, there's 100. I would be here for probably 5 minutes trying to read them all. And Halo 5. Halo 5's on here. The Gears of War, the first one, remake. What else we got that kind of sticks out to people? The Devil May Cry. The new Devil May Cry. Or not the new one. DMC, Devil May Cry. The one where he was like younger. Blood Bowl, surprisingly. Blood Bowl 2, my bad. Which I heard is a really good game. You got all 3 BioShock games. You got Banjo and Kazooie and Banjo Tooie. Which, we're not going to talk about that. Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, which, again, we're not going to talk about that. But yeah, they just have quite a few games on here that, stick out to people that if you don't own the games, go ahead, and I would definitely say go for it, so you don't have to spend the full price, and you can play all these games for the price of less than two games at full price, only because games at full price are $60, $50 to $60 depending on the game, but you have all these games that are just here to just play, and it's less than 2 games. Less than the full price of 2 games for an entire year. Which, in reality, if you're just paying for the year package, and really, it's $10 a month, which means $10 a month. There's 12 months in a year, so it's $120. You actually save $20 if you just do the $10 a month. Just saying. So, yeah, just. Definitely, you get also one thing I thought was really cool is they have the Capcom arcade cabinet, which I heard was a really fucking cool game because it just had a bunch of old Capcom games, which is awesome. But yeah, it's just like I said, it's a long list of 100 games. Excuse me. If you haven't played them, or if you don't own them on the Xbox, it is a really interesting, fun package. You got Xbox games, Xbox One games, Xbox 360 games. So, if you're down for it, definitely go for it. Me personally, at this point, I don't, because most of the games on here that I would play, I own. So, yeah. That's really it. I mean, I don't know. It's really interesting because one thing that I heard someone mention. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to. I just smacked the shit out of the microphone. One thing that I heard someone say is that how do the people or the devs, how do they make money on this package? Did they put something in there and they get a small percentage? Is it for every game someone hits play on, do they get paid for that and paid for the time? That is a really interesting thing to me that I think that I'm really interested in learning. But at the same time, I mean I could care less. To be 100% honest, I could care less about this. At this point, I mean, maybe later down the line, they'll put games on here that I'm just hell yeah. But right now, no. Could give a shit. Now, moving on to the next story that I wanted to talk about, is there are big changes to Final Fantasy VII. Now, all the articles all the 3 stories I'm talking about, I will put in the description below, or links to them, just as if it was my random news story. The first one just straight off the Xbox website. The second one, the next 2 are off of Polygon, which I actually really like Polygon for news. I think they are pretty legit about it. But Final Fantasy VII, the remake, is getting some changes. It's a short article, so I'm just going to quickly read it. Square Enix has brought development of its Final Fantasy VII remake in-house, deciding against the use of external studio help. The series-based remake of 1997 role-playing classic Final Fantasy VII was being partly handled by outsourcing company CyberConnect 2, which I've actually heard about CyberConnect 2. They're actually not bad. They're not bad of a company. I can't remember what. There was a game that I really, really liked by them. I'm just looking it up real quick. Let's see, CyberConnect. There's a company right there. They made a fucking really good game that I just fucking loved. Oh, that's what it was. They made Naruto. They made all the Narutos. Duh. They made all the Naruto games, all the current ones, the Ultimate Shippuden Storm games. They made all of those, which is fucking awesome. They were just amazing. Which I think if they did it, that would just be great. They did JoJo's Bizarre Adventure games, Tail Concerto. What was it? What other good games did they do? They did like almost every Naruto game. Now that I'm looking at this, they did Dot Hack games, which Dot Hack as a show, amazing. I haven't played any games, so I can't really. Project X Zone, which I haven't played it, but I did a lot of research on it. That game looks really fucking cool. And then there's also a bunch of games on this list of stuff that they kind of didn't get to finish. But yeah, it was partly being handled by CyberConnect 2, which is best known for its Naruto series. Oh, look at that, it says right in there. Now Square Enix, now Hamaguchi, sorry for pronouncing it wrong, who previously headed up Mobius Final Fantasy, is taking over development, which means basically he took it over. Not basically. It means that CyberConnect 2 is no longer doing it, and Nikai Hamagashi, I really hope I'm pronouncing that right, is now doing it, which he did the Mobius Final Fantasy game, which fun story, just trying to take a quick side talk about it. I played that for a minute, and yeah, that wasn't, I played it on a computer because it's free on PC, on Steam. As a PC game, it is horrible. As a actual phone game, it is, I think it could work, or I think it really would be fun. I don't see myself putting any time into it, only for the fact of its mechanics are really dumb. If you enjoy it, cool, more power to you. Awesome. Enjoy it. I'm glad you enjoy it. But me personally, I just don't. Now on with the article. In a YouTube stream promoting Mobius, Hamagashi talked about the change translation from Nova Chrysalis. So far, development has been carried out mainly with the support of external partners, he said. However, in a view of factors such as improving quality when the product goes into mass production in the future, the company has decided to shift the development system back to within the company. So maintain the stable schedule and have control over factors such as quality. We will be performing a robust system within the company to properly carry out the development. Final Fantasy VII Remake was first revealed for PlayStation 4 back in 2015. Following years, a conjecture of rumor from eager fans. No word yet on a release date. We've contacted Square Enix for official confirmation and comment on this story. Yeah, like I said, the story is Final Fantasy VII Remake is interesting. It's something that I personally think would be awesome. Granted, I don't own a PlayStation 4, so I won't be able to personally play the game, so I won't be able to talk about it. Oops, my bad. So don't expect me to talk about it because I love talking about video games. I could talk about video games for hours. Just because I follow games so much, and when I play a video game, yeah, I probably could be a video game reviewer, just because I play so many video games, and I critique in my personal time the shit out of video games, only just out of pure satisfying my inner critiquing. like when I played Legend of Zelda, I critiqued the shit out of it. I listened to people talk about it and I didn't play it. Now that I actually have played it, I threw everybody's review out the window and gave it my own review, which now that I'm doing a 100% of the game, I've hit a point in the game. Quick sidetrack of the podcast, of the point of the story, or part of the topics. I no longer want to complain about the inventory space on the weapons, because yes, it really sucks. But I found out there is a small mechanic, which something that not a lot of people have talked about, just because they're doing, from my personal opinion on how people are viewing the game. And now that I've actually explored the shit out of the game and I can actually talk about it, I have probably almost 100 hours into this game. This game is fucking amazing. Wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10, only because of, yes, there's an exploring game, but also I feel like there is no, they don't direct you on what to do, which is awesome for people like me that just want to explore, and just want to experience everything. But at a certain point, people that want direction in games, you'll burn out. You will burn out fast. Only because, like, you don't know what to do. In the beginning, it doesn't overwhelm you, but after you get, like, you've visited a lot of towns, and, like, if you play the story, you just get overwhelmed with side quests. Like, I definitely have been overwhelmed with side quests. I'm still finding side quests as I'm completing other quests, which is really annoying. But it's still really fun because I'm not going to stop playing the game. It's just, it's too good. It's too fucking good for me. But yeah, that's it. I found out that you actually can expand your inventory space for weapons, bows, your shields. So you're not just locked to 4 shields, 4 bows. I think it's 7 weapons. I'm not entirely sure. It might be more. But you're not locked into it. You can expand that. It is side quests that you have to do and side stuff that you have to discover and find. But you only find that stuff through exploring. I do have quite a few grapes still about the game, and that's just one grape that I want to take back from a previous, my previous talk about the game. But so far, my other grapes about the game still stand. So if you want to know what those other grapes are, go ahead and check out the podcast. It was the first episode of Season 2, and where I talk about the Switch. And if you want to hear someone else's opinion from Season 1 about Day 1 Switch release, and he had it Day 1, and he's had it for about a week of recording the podcast now. I'm pretty sure he's had it a lot, and he plays it a lot. But if you want to hear Day 1 discussion about the Switch, where we actually talked about the Switch in depth a lot from Day 1 release, and now that I have personally played it and I own a Switch, you can hear my talk about it on episode 1 of the Season 2 of the Voidcast. So yeah, I've done 2 episodes on it now. Anyways, that's about it on Final Fantasy VII the remake. It's definitely this next one is definitely something that I can talk about for a good minute because I fucking love it. We're talking about Nintendo Switch's first special edition. Isn't all that spectacular? Let's see. Is this one really long? It's not that long. I can actually read it. I'm probably going to read it anyway. A limited edition Nintendo Switch is hitting Japan this August alongside Monster Hunter XX, which Monster Hunter XX is just an expansion and a more wide gameplay of Monster Hunter's Generation, which Generation was actually really good. I've played all of 1 to 3DS. I own all of 1 to 3DS. Plus, I've also played some in the past. Monster Hunter is a big part of me, and I fucking love Monster Hunter. It is up there in my top 5 game franchises, along with Halo, Zelda, and Pokemon. And the 5th one is Naruto, just because I love the Naruto fighting series. So Monster Hunter XX, which I will talk about for a minute, or I will talk about after I read this article. But yes, the Monster Hunter is amazing. I will talk about Monster Hunter for a minute after I read this article, just because it just has to do with Monster Hunter XX. Let's see. It's first special design for this system, although don't expect anything too elaborate. Monster Hunter XX themed Switch looks mostly like a standard gray edition of the console, with one obvious change. The console's dock has more has some Monster Hunter insignia on the front in white, bordering the Nintendo Switch logo. The set also comes with a copy of the upcoming game, naturally. Monster Hunter encounterments of the nice change of pace, but nothing can make up for the fact that this looks like mostly identical to the standard Nintendo Switch. Even the Joy-Cons are identical to someone would get when picking up a basic edition of console. Sorry, I'm like a little tired. You will see a picture of the if you actually look at the article, you actually see what it looks like. It's not really like they said, it's not all that special. It just looks like a standard gray Switch. I have the red and blue Joy-Con Nintendo Switch, but I also bought extra Joy-Cons, and they are the gray Joy-Cons. So I mean, like, now that I have both colors or both sets of the Joy-Cons, yeah, it's just Joy-Cons just look the same as the ones I have. And yeah, it's just like, and it's nice to see the Monster Hunter insignia on the side of the docking station, but in reality, how many people actually dock their Switch? Besides friends that come over, that's the only time I dock my Switch. Other than that, I play it in tablet mode. Every once in a while, I'll be like, I'm gonna play Zelda on the screen when the battery dies, but it's not, like I said, not a lot of people actually play it in docking mode. So this is really pointless. If they actually did like some cool color, or they made the Joy-Cons look really cool, or they put insignia on the Joy-Cons, then yeah, it would be awesome. But they don't. So it doesn't really do anything. Now continuing on with the article, Monster Hunter is a huge deal in Japan. It really is. Oh my god, Monster Hunter is so successful and so prominent, and people that owns 3DSs play the shit out of this, and it's just, oh my god, just like, what's a game out here that's hugely popular and guaranteed almost everybody plays it who owns Nintendo? Pokemon for like the 3DS is such a big thing. So it being a thing that is happening on the Switch, Nintendo's new console, is huge announcements. I really hope we get it out here. So it makes sense that it would get the first Switch bundle of its kind. But this redesign doesn't necessarily bode well for the future of the console's limited edition bundle. Nintendo's shown an interest in trying out funky colors for the Joy-Con controllers. If you haven't heard, Joy-Con controllers, Nintendo released a lime green color. I don't have that one. I don't think it's out in the States yet. I haven't done too much research. I kind of wanted to get them because I think my gray ones are broken, and I'm past the return date on returning them, because I didn't really notice it till after probably like a week and a half of owning them. So I might have to buy the lime green ones if they come to the States, or if they are out in the States. I don't know. But the company's got a long history of selling its consoles in unique designs and color palettes too. Here's hoping that games like Super Mario Odyssey will introduce new dock colors, or that future bundles will come with cool new Joy-Con, and at very least, Monster Hunter XX with the Switch, or without launches on the Switch August 25th. A Western release date has not been announced, so there still is no confirmed that it will come to America, because there actually is, I want to say there is like a few Monster Hunter games that aren't in America. I'm looking this up real quick. Let me look real quick. Yeah, Monster Hunter Stories, that's coming to the 3DS. That's a new game that's coming on the 3DS. There is Monster Hunter Frontier G, which is on the PS3. There's Monster Hunter Online, which Monster Hunter Online is not in the States. It is not English. I mean, I could look it up. almost positive. I've done research and wanting to play Monster Hunter online, but there is no English. Which really fucking sucks. Because I really want to play Monster Hunter online, but it is only in Japanese. It really sucks. But oh well. Maybe I'll take the time and do some patch updates. But even then, I've also researched and read that even with the patch updates, it really doesn't make it. Like, it doesn't make a difference. There's still stuff that is not in English. There was Monster Hunter Diary, Poka Poka Aru Village, which is a Japanese game only. There's Monster Hunter Dynamic Hunting, which is a Japan only game. But yeah, this Monster Hunter in general has been around for a long time, with the first release of 2004 on the PS2, which is, by the way, amazing. It's nothing crazy, but there was Monster Hunter 2 for PlayStation 2 as well, which they did a little bit of updates, and then they brought it to the 360 or the PSP, which is Monster Hunter Freedom, Monster Hunter Freedom 2, and Monster Hunter Freedom 2 Unite. Or Freedom Unite, not Freedom 2 Unite. Oh wait, is it Freedom 2 Unite? I want to say... Oh no, it's just Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Which, amazing. Then there was Monster Hunter Frontier for the Xbox 360, and there was Monster Hunter Mobile, which actually didn't last that long. For iOS, did not. I tried to play it. I never got the chance to play it, just because I never got it to work. Monster Hunter Tri for the Wii. Then there was Monster Hunter Portable. Monster Hunter Portable 3rd, which is just Monster Hunter 3 for the PSP. Then there's, like I said, Monster Hunter Frontier G for PS3. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate for the Wii U. And there was Monster Hunter 3 for the Wii U, the PS or the Nintendo 3DS. Then there Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate for the 3DS. Monster Hunter 4 G. What was that for? Oh, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Wait. Because there's Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Is it Monster Hunter 4? I haven't played 4 in a while. But there's Monster Hunter 4 for the 3DS. And then there's Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate or 4G. Monster Hunter 4, yeah, for the 3DS. It's just Monster Hunter 4. There's Monster Hunter Spirits, which I think this is Japan. I want to say this is Japan. Actually, I don't know this one. Let me open this up in a new tab. Monster Hunter. Yep, this was a Japan exclusive. As soon as I opened it up, it was just straight up Japanese title. But it is a Monster Hunter Spirits is an arcade title, actually. Which that is, wow, I did not think that would be a thing. That's weird. Now I have to go to Japan and try and play this game. That's fucking cool. And then there was Monster Hunter Generations, like I said, which is fucking amazing. Which came out in 2015, which is, like I said, it's really fucking cool. And then there was Monster Hunter Spirits for the Nintendo 3DS that came out last year on October 8th. Why did I not pick this game up? What? Monster Hunter Stories, I have to pick this game up now. What? Oh my god. That's that's all the games I just listed off. Every single Monster Hunter game. But yes, I really hope we get Monster Hunter XX. I mean, granted, I've done my research on Monster Hunter XX when it was first announced for Japan's title, but all it is just an expanded version of Generations for the Switch or for the 3DS. So Monster Hunter XX, I hope we get it in the States for the Switch, because we haven't had a console game since I just read it, Monster Hunter G or Frontier G, which I don't remember ever hearing about it. Japan, let's see. Yeah, no, we never got it. It was only, wow. So that means we haven't gotten a Monster Hunter game for console since Monster Hunter Frontier for the 360. Right? When did it come to America? It's not giving me a date for America. So that's even further. Holy shit, mate. So, let me go back even further. We haven't gotten a Monster Hunter console game. Actually, I lied. We haven't gotten a Monster Hunter console game since the Wii U. Because I want to say they had Monster Hunter. Let me see. Wii U. Yeah, we haven't had a Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate for the Wii U. We haven't had one since 2011. I did not have a Wii U, but this was also the same game for 3DS, or for Nintendo Wii. So I played it when it was on the Wii, on the standard Wii, which was 2009, which was amazing. It was fucking amazing. Then I bought it when I bought my 3DS for my friend. He already had it, so it was the same game. So I already played it through the beginning. I actually played more on the 3DS because I could play it wherever. But Monster Hunter 3 was great. We haven't had one since the Wii U, which was 2011, which surprised me. I didn't even think about it. Yeah, we haven't had a console game since 2003, which was, or 2011. It's now 2017, which means we haven't had one for 6 years. Which, wow. I really hope it comes out for, like I said, I hope Monster Hunter XX comes out to the Switch. And I think that's really about wraps it up. Monster Hunter is amazing. I'll just, like I said, I'm going to name off my top 5 for the funds, because I mentioned it a minute ago. My top 5 games in order from 5th to number 1. Number 5, I'd have to say Naruto, just because I love the fighting mechanics of the game. It's just, they're so pure. It's probably the best fighting mechanics I've ever used. It's really simple, but to me, it's the best. I just enjoy it a lot. A lot of button mashing. That's really what it is. Number 4, what was it? Number 4, I just named him off like 5 minutes ago. Fucking cunts. Number 4, I'd honestly have to say, because like, I don't know. Let's see. I'd have to go with Pokemon being number 4. Just because I love Pokemon. Pokemon's amazing. For me, the reason why it's number 4 and not up there, and why my other 3 are going to be higher, is because, yeah, there's replay to the game. There's a lot of replay because you can do different play styles of the game and everything like that. But for me, for the most part, I have 2 play styles. I beat the game, and then when the next game comes out, I play the old one as a Nuzlocke, and I rebeat it. And that's it. And that's all it is for me. Sometimes I don't even finish the Nuzlocke. Number 3, I'd have to say Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is so pure and it's so amazing. Best RPG game I could play. Yeah, best Monster Hunter game I could fucking play. And, what was it? Number 2 is Legend of Zelda. Legend of Zelda is so fucking amazing, with Breath of the Wild being added to it. My favorite Zelda game is Majora's Mask, and will always be Majora's Mask, even though there is one playstyle, or there is, I want to say I 100% of the game when I played it on 3DS. I 100% of the game. Well, no, I did all the extra side stuff. I did not 100% it. I did not get all the heart containers, because I don't really care about all the heart containers. But I did get all the masks. I did all the side stuff to get all the masks. So, yeah. It was awesome, because I wanted the Great Dooku mask. The Great Dooku? I meant the Great Deity mask, because that mask, with that mask, you just literally beat the shit out of the fucking Majora, or the mask, just really fucking fast. Number 2, yeah, like, I already did number 2, Zelda. And number 2 is Zelda. And number 1 is Halo. Yes, we have Halo 5, and that story I still have not completed just because it's so fucking bad. But the online has always been favorite Halo game is number 3, just because Halo 3 was amazing. I think if they just stopped right at Halo 3, that would have been the best fucking trilogy that existed, because it wrapped everything up perfect. Yes, Halo Reach and Halo 3 ODST were pretty good add-ons to the game. I think they could probably add Halo 3 ODST as just like a DLC story, just because it's pretty fast. I mean, yeah, they added a new gun and some maps and stuff, but overall, if they just added like a story DLC for Halo 3 ODST, then yeah, it would have been kind of cool. It would have been a big DLC, but it would have been cool. But like I said, if you just knocked it, if Bungie would have just stopped at 3 instead of, making Reach and ODST, and then they sold it for Halo 4 to 343. Halo 4, the story wasn't too bad. The online and the multiplayer was pretty lit. It was kind of cool that they made the running actually a mechanic in the game. So Halo 4 for me was eh. I definitely gave Halo 5 a chance. As they come out with Halo 6, not even lie, probably won't fucking play it. Just because Halo 5 bombed and it was so bad. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching and or for listening to the Voidcast. Surprisingly, actually made it up to 35 minutes in the podcast. So hey, good for me. I thought I was going to be shorter. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and or listening to the Voidcast. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel and all my other videos. And stay tuned for the weekly podcast. Next week, hopefully, I'm really hoping next week I can get the fucking actual episode I wanted to do. So, oh well, if I don't get it, if I can't get it, then I'll just have to push it back another week. But hopefully, I'm really planning on it for it to be next week now that I have okay, so I have to just find a day and a time. And yeah, I'm hungry as fuck. I have not eaten at all today, so I'm going to go eat food. And yeah, don't forget to, I already said that. Thank you and have a wonderful, beautiful night, day, thing, or whatever.